Welcome to lesson 2. In this lesson we're going to go through and look at how to join letters to make words. Okay, so Arabic is written in joined up form and all of the letters are written together except for the following 6, which are referred to as the naughty letters. So the first one is the letter alif, then we have the letter dal, then dal, then ra, and then za, and finally the letter waw. Alif, dal, dal, ra, za, and waw. So these are not joined to the letter that followed them. What does that mean? If I was to take the letter ba, if I put a ba before it, it can join on to the alif and also to dal and dal. But if it comes after these naughty letters, then it can't join on to the letter before it. So if we had a ba there, it would not join on to the alif. Or if a ba was there, it wouldn't join on to the dal. Okay, so a rule to remember, that these 6 naughty letters, any letters that come after, it can't be joined on to these letters. Now when the letters are joined together, their shape changes depending on their position in the word. So if the letter was at the beginning of the word or in the middle of the word or at the end of the word, their shape would change. I'm going to just quickly go through and cover the naughty letters and just give you a few examples of how they work and what you can and what you can't do. So if we look at the first one, which is the alif plus ba, so we know the alif is a naughty letter and the ba is a normal one. When we join these together, because the ba comes after the alif, when we join the two together, they will still look the same because the ba cannot join onto the alif. But if we were to swap these two around, now the ba comes before the alif, so that means it can join on. So the ba is joined to the alif, which becomes ba. Next one is the letter dal, and again the ba. So again the ba comes after the dal, which means that we can't join these two together. So it looks exactly the same, which is dub. But then if we swap these two around, we will get bad, because the ba comes before the dal. One more example. So we take the waw and the lam. Again, the lam comes after the waw, which means that when we join them together, they look exactly the same because the lam can't join onto the waw. And if we then swap these two around, now the lam is before the waw, which means it can join. Okay, so just remember those 6 letters. If you're not sure, refer to the chart. Okay, so now we're going to go through and do the formation of the words. Okay, I'll show you how to write each letter. Some of them are quite tricky to write. I'll show you how it looks in the beginning, in the middle, at the end, and also in joined up form. Then we'll also do a few examples of each letter. So here we go. So the first letter we're going to look at is the letter alif. When we write it on your own, it looks like this. So we start from the top, alif, and then it has a hamza at the top. If it's at the beginning of a word. So alif again, like this, and hamza. Now when it's at the beginning of a word, then it also looks like this. So same actually as the independent alif. Once again, alif, and again, alif. Okay. When we do in the middle, something joins onto it. So line, and then the alif. So if I do this again, alif, and again, alif. And actually the final looks exactly the same. So we have alif. The only time the alif at the end would look different is if there was a naughty letter before it. So if we had, for instance, the dal, then it would just look like this. So if we had the letter dal, for instance, then the alif would look like this, or a ra. So in joined up form, it's exactly the same. So hamza on top, one again, and again, and again, and again. Okay, so that's the letter alif. The next one, before we do that, we're going to go through and have a look at an example of using the alif. Okay, so the first one we're going to look at is the word ab. So when we write this in Arabic with the hamza, and then we have the letter ba, which is like this. Ab. Yeah, ab. Now when the alif is in the middle, the ba comes first, which is like this. Ba is ba. And then we have the alif, which is like this. Yeah. Then we have the za, which is baz, yeah, which is hawk. The next one is ma, so the alif at the end, the meme, and then we know the alif joins onto it, and sometimes they put the hamza at the end. Yeah, ma, which is so ab, then we have baz, and then we have ma. Okay, so that's the letter alif. Next one is the letter dal. Dal. So we have dal on its own, and then in the initial position is the same. In the middle, something joins onto it, and dal, and then finally is dal. Okay, and joined up form will be the same. At the beginning it's like this, but if something was joining onto it, it will be dal. Again, dal. So let's look at some examples. So the first one is dars, which is lesson. So we have a dal, then we have a ra, and then we have a sin. So dars. Next one is madrasa. So we have a meme, then we have a dal, then we have a ra, we have a sin, and because it's a female word, we change that to ta marbuta. So mad rasa, madrasa. So next one is jadid. We have a jim, then we have a dal. I'll actually just show the highlighted one at the end. Then we have the ya, and then a dal. Jadid, jadid. So jadid. Okay, next one is the letter dal. Is dal. So dal with the nukta. We have a dal and the same. So it's very much like the dal and dal, and at the end. Okay, joined up form. At the beginning it's always like on its own. Then something joins onto it. And again. Dal. So let's look at some examples. 3 words. First one is dhalik, then yadhab. Yeah, dhalik is that, then yadhab, and then akhada, which means to take. So starting with dhalik, so we have a dal, then we have a lam. Now there's sometimes write the alif in there, but I'll do it without. So dhalik, dhalik, dhalik. Yeah, which means that. Actually, that's terrible. So then we have a lam and a kaf. Dhalik. Next one we have is yadhab, which is a ya, Then we have a dal. Then we have the ha. And then the ba. يذهب. يذهب. Last one is أخذ. So we have the alif. Then we have the kha. Then we have the dal. So أخذ. Okay. Oh, sorry, missed the nukta. So أخذ. Right. Next one is the letter ra. So ra on its own is, and then the tail goes below the line, ra, and again ra, and joining onto it, because it's a naughty letter, nothing will come after. So ra is the same, and when we join it together, so the first one is like this, the others will have something joining before the letter ra. Okay, so looking at some examples, so we start with the rajul. We have the ra, then we have the jim, and then the lam. Rajul, rajul. Next one is waraqa. So we have the waw, then we have the ra, then we have the qaf, the two nuktas, and ta marbuta at the end. Waraqa, waraqa. And the last one is wazir, wazir. So wa, then we have the za, and then we have the ya, the two nuktas, then we have the ra at the end. Wazir. So sukun, wazir. Okay. Next one is the letter za, which we already covered a few times. So on its own is like this, za, at the beginning, za, and something joins onto it, za, and again, za, and then joined up form, and like this. Okay, za. Oh, the nuktas. So a few examples. So zamil with the za. So we have za. Then we have the mim. Then we have the ya. And then we have the lam. Zamil. Za. Mi. Zamil. Next we have mizan, which is the scale. Yeah, mi. Then we have the ya. Then we have the za with the nukta. Then we have the alif. And then we have the noon. Zan. The last one is khubz, which is bread. Kha. Then we have the ba, and then we have the za, khubz. Next one is the letter waw. So waw, it's like this. Waw. At the beginning is the same. Okay. When joined, something joins onto it. And at the end is the same. Yeah, wow. So again, joined up form, wow, something joins onto it. Wow and wow. Okay. Examples. First one is warok, so starts with the wow. Then we have the ra, because wow is a naughty letter, so is the ra is actually, and then we do the qaf. Warok. So we do fawqa, which is fa, then we do the wow, then we do the qaf. Fawqa. And last one is huwa, which is he. So we do the ha, and we do the wow. Huwa.